if you have gray hair and you've been thinking about doing bronzy look for the summer, which is right now, is everybody's doing bronzy look and look like they've been on vacation, this video is for you. Let's get started because we got a lot to do. This whole face has to be bronzed up and looking fresh. I've actually done my eyebrows already, which I normally don't do. I normally do my eyebrows after I do my foundation, but today I did it early. I'm gonna use this Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. It's lightweight and it looks beautiful on. I'm using the shade Y355. This foundation smells really good too. I don't think their other HD foundation had a scent, or I don't remember, but this one really has a good scent. This seems to be a little bit more of a neutral, even though it's warm tone. It's not as yellow, which is nice. Sometimes some foundations, their warm tones are usually too yellow, but this one is a good fit for my skin. It doesn't look too yellow. Well, so we had all these plans for 4th of July to go to the beach, to have an amazing time at the beach, because, you know, that's my favorite place to be. Southern California, they have the most beautiful beaches, and we love to go to the beach on weekends and just hang out. So we were going to do that, but then last minute they decided to close the beaches, all the beaches in Southern California. Well, most of them. I think there were one or two that were open, but we usually go to either Santa Monica or Malibu, and those two were closed. So we had to not go to the beach. Instead, we drove by it, but there were really nobody there. How did you spend your 4th of July if you're in US? So, I'm using the brush. This is the Heavenly Luxe brush. It was a limited edition. It's an It Cosmetics brush. Whenever I put on foundation with a brush, I go over with a sponge and make sure that I blended everything seamlessly before moving on to the next step. This is called Bounce by Beauty Blender. I'm gonna link everything that you see in this video in the description box. So if you want to know what shade I'm using or what product I'm using, if I don't call it out, it's gonna be in the description box, linked to where you can get it. And some of the links that I have are affiliate links, but they don't cost anything to you. You know, you don't have to use the links if you don't want to. You can, you know, it's up to you if you want to get them from those links or not. You can get them any way you'd like. You can even go to their website and get it, but the links are there for you. Oh, the sound. Listen to this. Every time I close this concealer, it makes the weirdest sound. I like to blend my concealer with a damp sponge. And I use a little bit of this one because this Bounce concealer is a bit thicker formula, so I don't like to use too much of it because I don't want my under eye to look too heavy. Especially with this Reboot foundation, the Bounce concealer, I feel like it's a bit heavy. I usually use the NARS concealer, or lately I've been really liking YSL Touche Éclat highlighting concealer, but I didn't bring it and I'm already doing this video, so I'm not gonna stop the video for that, but want you to know that those are my two favorite concealers right now. I like to put a little bit of concealer on my lid to just get rid of some of that discoloration and brown. My eyelids are a little bit brown. You know what? I'm going to set my under eyes with a powder really quick because I don't want this concealer to crease. It does crease, so you do want to set that. Amazing setting powder. This is by Laura Mercier. It's the smallest little powder, but I mean, you have plenty of product in there and you don't need a lot. So it's very fine. And this one's actually made for under eyes. And it's very light. You see how it's not even heavy? I love this powder so much. Dab your fingers and then get all the creasing out before you set your under eyes. Okay. I usually don't set my face that much. You know, if you've been to my channel, you know that I don't like setting my face too much with the powder. But today I'm going to use the Veil by Hourglass. I'm going to just set lightly. And I usually don't get fashion clothing stuff from Amazon, but this time I decided to do it. And these are not expensive looking at all, but they're kind of cute. I mean, in the videos and in pictures, they're gonna look cute. I bought like, I think 20 different colors of this kind of look, you know, with the strings and stuff. It was like, I think 17 bucks for 20 or 25 earrings. I got so many earrings. NARS San Juan. I like saying San Juan. This one is more like an all over kind of bronzer. I like just putting the brush, saturating the brush all over, just like this, and then just put the bronzer everywhere. Just kind of warm up the skin. Like I've been to the beach, even though I didn't make it to the beach for the 4th of July. I'm not bitter or anything about that. Not at all. I really miss doing makeup tutorials on my channel. I want to do more of them, but I really need to know from you, like, what do you want to watch as far as makeup looks go? What kind of makeup looks are you interested in seeing? If you can leave that in the comment section below, I would really appreciate it, because I'm always want to make looks and makeup tutorials that you like to watch and you look forward to. So yeah, that would really be very helpful if you can tell me what you like to watch. So I even put my bronzer on my nose and all over. As long as you get a little bit of golden kind of sun-kissed kind of glow on your skin, it's gonna really add contrast to your face and separate your skin from your hair. Because I feel like when I don't have makeup on at all and no foundation, no makeup, no bronzer, I feel like my skin gets closer to this color. It's kind of becomes kind of pale and washed out. And when I put bronzer on, it just makes such a difference. And this was super dark for me. But I like using this for if I wanted to, let's say, I'm just going to tap a little bit right here. And just to kind of bring out my cheeks. Just to kind of add a little bit of accent. See, it just enough. I don't put like really, really dark colors on your nose and start looking like you went mud wrestling or something and come to me and be mad at me. You know, the color that I used earlier is it's only like a shade or two darker than my skin, my actual skin. Like I don't have any makeup here, so you can see it's only 2 shades darker than my chest. This is the kind of color that 1 or 2 shades you could do all over the skin. But if you're using very dark one, you can use it for contouring, or maybe if you have a wider forehead. I feel like my forehead is wider here, so I like to put bronzer right on the corners there to make my face look more oval. Because I have oily eyelids and I can't just put on some concealer and put some eyeshadow and be good with it. I have to put on an eyeshadow primer to help my eyeshadow stay on longer, because I do get creasing here if I don't use eyeshadow primer. I'm going to actually use the lighter shade bronzer that I use, the color San Juan. I'm going to use it as a crease shade. We watched the fireworks, 4th of July fireworks on TV, but our neighbors, there were a lot of people who had fireworks. We had never seen that much fireworks looking outside our window as we saw last night. It seemed like everybody had some sort of fireworks going on in their own backyard. I'm gonna use this eyeshadow palette. This one is number 3 by Fenty Beauty Snap Shadows. It's a little bit darker than the bronzer I put in my eyelid. Sometimes I like to do that when I'm doing a bronzy look. I like putting bronzer in my crease because it just brings the whole look together. To me, that's really flattering. So I'm gonna use this shade. This is the shade Nudie Booty. I'm gonna put that in the corner of my eyes and kind of dragging it to the middle part of my crease. Right here, this is where I'm gonna stop. So I'm doing like a sideways V and just taking this up a bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop right there. And then this beautiful bronzy shade, I really want to put this all over the lid, this bronzy copper shade. Look how pretty that is. I like applying the shimmers of this Fenty palette with my fingers. And it's been really hot and we've been putting on the AC blasting every day, all day, and even sometimes all night. You see this color? It's so pretty. I'm going to put this shade that's next to the bronze color. I'm just going to put it on the outer part of my eye to kind of tie in this part of this color to this color. Bronze eye looks are so flattering for blue eyes. They're flattering for blue eyes. They're flattering on brown eyes. They just go with a lot of different eye colors. I'm going to take the same brush. This is a Morphe brush. It's, oh, I can't read it. S21. I'm going to take this shade here, this darker brown, and tap off the excess. And just go over the edges of my, right on top of my, the outer part of my lash line. Just deepen this section here. Open your eyes to see how much you're putting, so it doesn't deposit too much. Ooh, okay, that was a save. Gotta be careful with this darker shades. Sometimes they have fallouts and you can really mess up your eye makeup. I always put my darker shades a little bit above the crease right there to hide the sagging of the skin. That sounds so harsh, sagging of the skin. You know what I mean, the droopiness. I don't know if there's a better term for it. Let's just describe it how it really is, okay? It is sagging, what can I say? Getting a little tissue and just cleaning my brush. Then I'll get ready for blending it. I'll go in with a clean brush and just blend the harsh edges if there is any. This one's a flat brush, so I'm going to use something like this. And I'm going to get that first shade that I put on, the light brown, the Nudie Booty, I think that's what it's called, Nudie Booty. And I'm gonna put that under my lash line. Gonna put that right where this shade is. I know a lot of people are hesitant to put shimmer under their eyes, but I like that look and I don't mind. I like curling my lashes because they are getting straighter and straighter. First, I wanted to try this Lawless. They sent these, their blush and bronzer and a couple of lipsticks for me to try. And I got this and I wanted to try it today. See, it's very subtle. Sometimes I like to put on the highlighter before blush so it's not so overpowering, and this is so subtle. I'm gonna even put a little bit on my forehead. This is called Marble Light Dusk blush. This is by Ciate London. I don't know if I got this in a BoxyCharm or Ipsy Glam Black Plus. I have a feeling I got it from a box. This is I really like this Sephora blush brush. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. I'm gonna put this on the outer part of my cheeks. Actually, this is my first time trying this blush. I don't even know if how it's gonna look with this, but can you even see that? I can see it in the monitor, but in person, I can't really see. Let me try in the bigger mirror. Oh, there we go, okay. I can see it now. Let's do the other cheek. I actually like this color. It's a nice color. Although it looks a lot more pigmented on brush than it does on the cheeks. But I'm okay with that. Sometimes I can go overboard with blushes. And people make comments like, don't you think you should go a little bit less on the blush? But not me. I love blushes. Charlotte Tilbury released some more Pillow Talk colors. 2 more colors. One is a medium, which is this one. There's the original one, medium, and a dark one. And I really like this one as my nude shade. When you have gray hair, you want to bring contrast into your face. And one thing you want to do is not use a nude color that's too pale or skin color. Now there are so many different shades of nude, and this is a really pretty nude. If you have medium skin tone, you can use this. It's the color medium. So this is the go-to bronzy makeup look that I wanted to show you for gray hair. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you like to see more makeup tutorials, I do a lot more makeup tutorials, and I even do stories and behind the scenes and stuff on my Instagram, so you can follow me there too. Don't forget to follow me there. I'll be looking for you. Just kidding. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.